second evolution chamber with 24 Zerglings along the way. And +2 missile attacks. Now WhySoSerious has a good vision of the roaches that are right there. So he should have a pretty good indicator of when Joeb's about to move out. Been a pretty passive game so far. WhySoSerious decides that with 5 probes in tow and 2 Colossus, he is going to, well, maybe go home with the probes, but he decides that right now is about the time he wants to move out. And unfortunately for Joeb, he is in vision of the observer that sees the about 10 banelings that have morphed in. So he's got his third up. He's not doing anything quite yet with it, but WhySoSerious being really bold and actually pushing out into Joeb's face right now with some force fields, kind of letting some things in. If he was able to close that up right there, he might have been able to do a lot better. But the concave is pretty good. Those Colossus doing a lot of work. Joeb actually choking up, which is exactly what you should be doing with those roaches, and taking out a lot of those stalkers and actually doing a lot of hull damage on the Immortal, and is actually pushing back. He actually needs to full-on retreat so he can keep those Colossus. A battalion of stalkers rolls right back in and reflects, and that was a pretty good exchange for both players. Units lost is about even. WhySoSerious is actually in the favor for units killed. So, but in terms of exchange, Protoss units are so much more expensive, and it's super important to keep them alive. Now WhySoSerious decides to add on 3 more gates, and is continuing to produce Colossi and Gateway units, +1 Carapace coming out for Joeb. And he has some, his creep spread has got pretty stagnant, but that's pretty understandable what's going on. 12 more drones on the way, so it's going to bring up to about 80 drones, or 70 drones. My math is awful this time of night. It's super important that as a Protoss player, you don't stop building drones or stop building SCVs. Make sure you've got 60, 70, or 80 probes. It's more beneficial to lose because you had too many workers. It's actually a more fun story. It's actually a more fun story to tell. Dude, there's one time I built like 138 workers, and I only had 4 Colossus, and I was maxed, and I was like, what? And there's some loss to be had. So Joeb actually teching out and branching out a little bit. He's actually taking a 4th base down at the 6 o'clock position. And we see Zergling run by. Those banelings didn't even get close, but those lings are going to be able to get in without doing a whole lot of, or without any kind of resistance. An infestation pit almost done. Burrow is about halfway done. We've also got pneumatized Carapace, which is the Overlord speed, and +1 Zergling attack, or +1 melee attack. As we go to the unit counting station, hold that thought. We see an attack going, and a lot of lings lose their lives to a couple of the stalkers that are right here. Joeb either needs to commit to the attack or run. Doing a very good job of pushing up with those roaches. You don't want those roaches to be that close, but those 4 Colossus are going to work. WhySoSerious pushing in. He's about 17 food beneath or above his opponent, which is really scary. Joeb is morphing into banelings as the last ditch attempt. 15 on the way. Burrow is almost done. He's also getting burrowed roaches or tunneling claws, but it's not going to be enough. WhySoSerious able to lock down these Colossus and not be able to take any damage with them, which is exactly what you should be doing. Now, WhySoSerious is in a precarious position. He can have reinforcements from all directions if he's not careful, but he decides that those drones aren't quite worth it, but that Colossus is about to line them up. Now, Joeb is at 66 food with WhySoSerious dancing on his buildings with those Colossus, and lots of death and destruction going on. Joeb says in departing, always when I don't go to mutas. Haha, GG. So, nicely done, WhySoSerious. Messing up some Colossus and some Immortals, and attacking when you need to, retreating when you need to. It's definitely some good stuff. It's unfortunate that Joeb got delayed for too long and went for a Roach Ling, and it didn't work out for him. Pew pew!